think that the decision is very consistent with other cases in other jurisdictions that have looked at this issue. And I think that the appeal is unnecessary because I think that the decision leaves the City of Victoria a whole lot of room to legislate in a variety of ways to address everybody's interests. I also don't understand, as I said, it's a pretty simple argument, is people will be outside. As long as they're outside, can they protect themselves? It's like a letter to the editor said in the Vancouver Sun, it's hard to see how she could have come to any other answer, seems to me. But I guess we'll wait and see. Anything to add about the appeal? And I mean, I don't think we should lose sight of an appeal will take up a lot of energy and a lot of time that could be spent a lot of other places, right? And I'm not sure what the benefit of it would be. Let the next case that, further explore what's going on. Seems to me to make a lot more sense. I don't know what there really is to object to. I mean, I read somewhere that Dean Fortin said he was going to appeal it because it meant that the city had to spend money on tent cities instead of on shelter. But I've read the decision pretty carefully, and I don't see that anywhere. It doesn't have anything to do with what the city has to spend money on. We were very careful to say, we're not asking the city to provide housing. We're saying in the face of the fact that there is inadequate housing, you have to allow people to provide housing for themselves. Now, you can regulate that, but you can't prohibit it.
It's hard to believe that there was no dissent from the council. And yet that's the impression we were left with when all the incumbents were asked at the homelessness meeting. Somehow, my colleague Gregory said that they'd gone in camera, and would that be binding? Could the lawyers control it that way so that, the appeal could go forth? It just, it seems to me the humanity and the moral suasion have been thrown out the window. It's weird.
Well, you can always discontinue an appeal. And we might not, ask for the cost on the appeal if they did that. But I mean, I would think that, when the new council comes in, they would look at that matter afresh.
There was dissent on the council.
Vicky's had her hand up for a while.
Well, let Ron go because he's in the courtroom. I wasn't, so I'll go next to him.
Okay.
I haven't heard any comments from Molly Opal. Is he really keen on the appeal? And I heard his lawyer.
I've been homeless since the 1st of August, and we're in a class of society that is the working poor. Like, my partner has a job, works full-time, we still can't find a place to live, so we've been...
I don't have references, so then when I go to a place, it's, oh, well, where were you living? I was living on the street. Oh, well, I'm sorry, we don't have room for you here. You know? Yes, you do.
It's pretty much the same. I thought I had more safety and security than living on the streets, but after my place got broken into, it was like being there all over again. Although for different reasons. Living on the streets.
How can society make it any different? How can it make it any different? You put some people in a shelter or something like that there, you're in, you gotta go to bed by 8 o'clock at night, you gotta be up by 6 in the morning. Well, what are you gonna do? Head them up, hurry them up, rawhide, kind of shit.